Hello, and welcome back to Industry Insider. My name is Allison Rogers. I'm the editor of Collision Repair Magazine and your host for this week's episode. Today, we sit down with Blair Earle, the managing director of Impact Auto Auctions Canada, to learn more about the IAA Interact merchandising platform and how its features can provide trifold and beyond benefits to online buyers. First off, thank you so much for joining us today, Blair.
Yes, thank you, Allison. I'm excited to be here today. We're Impact Auto Auctions, and we're a division of IAA, and we're coast to coast in Canada. And I'm the managing director of the Canadian business, and I'm lucky enough I get to deal with Canadian insurance, remarketing business, and our very valued buyers. So it's exciting times in our industry.
Absolutely. What does Impact/IAA do for the salvage sector, in Canada and all over the world in general?
We provide a middleman approach to the industry. We put buyers and sellers together to extend the life cycle of a vehicle and maximize the life vehicle to its end of life. It's an environmentally favorable practice that we've been doing for a long time within the industry.
So I know that Impact and IAA have introduced this new merchandising platform. So could you kind of tell us about what the platform does, what's the purpose of the platform, and why you guys chose to introduce such a tool right now?
Yeah, the Interact merchandising platform that we've introduced is an extension of the road we've been traveling for our customers. So up until recently, 70% of our buyers were online. And what we've done, we've expanded our offering in a merchandising platform to achieve three goals: to provide the imagery that they require to digitally purchase, to provide them with information, and also to provide a personalization to their buying experience. So we took input from the buyers of what they needed to run their business. It's just not a pivot to a digital auction model. It's actually a focus on what the buyers needed to run their business and the evolution of the industry. So our 360 technology view provides a view of the vehicle on the outside and the inside of the vehicle. So it allows a buyer to go in and zoom in on pieces of the vehicle that are extremely important to them as they make a purchasing decision. And as a result of that, there's a renewed trust and confidence in what they're buying. In addition, they have our Impact high resolution images, which if they are preparing for sale day, they can scan and go through the vehicles that they're looking to purchase. So highly valued. And then we can look at our Impact key images. So keys in the industry, I'm sure, as you've heard in some of your other podcasts, are extremely important to buyers. And they can guarantee that the keys are with the vehicle.
So back to the merchandising tool, you mentioned that it's a trifold kind of mission. You've got the imagery, the information specs, and then the personalization kind of. So what imagery features are available to buyers?
So through our valued partnership with SpinCar, we have a feature that is called Impact Feature Tour. And it allows the buyer to go in and click on many different options and tell them about the vehicle and what came with the vehicle through the manufacturer. And for many, many years, I started out in a manufacturing background. And many years, this has been a request of the buyers, and we're extremely excited to be able to offer that for them. And in addition, to provide even more trust and confidence in their buying experience as a result of the input we have from buyers, we provide Impact Engine Start. So it's a video of actually the engine running. So it provides that physical confidence as if they were standing in an auction lane. So that is our big innovative technology platform. And you spoke to the trifold of it. The last part of it is the personalization. Mm-hmm. So for the individual buyer in the segment that they concentrate in, whether it's a diesel pickup truck or whether it's Japanese sedans, they can go in and look at their watch list and actually have a buyer record of previous searched vehicles. And we can make recommendations to them through our buyer recommendation engine.
Mm-hmm. So the personalization there is part of the add that in the engine start is the coolest aspect to me. The engine start particularly, I know that Could you kind of speak to a little bit of what, I mean, obviously buyers know what the engine tells you, but why is that so important? Why is that such a critical element to include on an online auction space?
Well, it provides the guarantee that the engine and the vehicle is actually running. It's the technology and the innovative way that we've taken our run and drive model. Instead of having to show up and see the vehicle run through an auction lane or get started, they can run their business, and it's through sitting at their desk or even mobily and hear that engine start. So it's what the buyer asked for, and we listen to them, and we're very proud to deliver it to the Canadian marketplace. And we're very lucky to be able to leverage on a global platform our technology team in IAA with our business partners internationally in the UK with IAA UK as well. So that is one of our big advantages is our technology team.
Mm-hmm. I know that even far long before the pandemic, you guys had a place online and as an online marketplace, but you were even pre-pandemic sort of making that shift over to more of a digital realm. Could you speak to that a little bit and how that's sort of benefited for you in the current climate we're in?
Yeah, pre-pandemic, actually, the Canadian buyer in our auction lane was about 70% purchasing online. So the pivot during COVID, we already had our digital auctioneer model in place to turn on. And as a result of the pandemic, it sped up the process. And so we were able to not just pivot in that manner for the buyer, but we also developed many more buyer options for them. And the buyer options, assisted them in expanding their business and purchasing more product with us.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a stretch for us to get to that model fast. It just sped up our launch date in Canada, especially.
Absolutely, yeah. So I know that the tool's been out for a while now, so you've probably been hearing some feedback from the users. How are people liking it so far?
Feedback has been tremendous. It's been a seamless transition to for the buyers in their buying behavior, and it's actually saved them lots of time in their business. They have more flexibility in being able to do many different things in their day, and they can research and go in and choose what they want to purchase in advance, and also do the research and listen to an engine start and do a 360 view and look at the enhanced pictures. So it's a great model, and it goes with many other parts of their process and their business and their personal lives, the way they use technology today. So it's
Mm-hmm.
very complementary. We have got many other pieces on the personalization that we're going to launch as a due to the requests of the buyer of what they need to run their business. So watch for more in the future on that. And it's exciting times in our industry, and not just in Canada but globally as IAA expands.
Absolutely. So if people are looking to use the new impact merchandising tool, where can they go, or where can you direct them?
Buyers who are interested can go to our website, which is impactauto.ca, and they'll find all the information there to do with not just 360, but with our buyer registration process as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for chatting with us today, Blair. We really appreciate it. And anyone that wants to check out the merchandising tool we just talked about, check out impactauto.ca. That's impactauto.ca, and it's down in the description if you want to check it out. Be sure to subscribe to Collision Repair's Industry Insider podcast. We're available wherever you listen to your podcasts: Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, or SoundCloud. Wherever you listen, we're available, so be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.